Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Clancy Field on the Babe Ruth Complex for Babe Ruth State Tournament. This is the 14-year-olds. Jake Peterson on the mound for Lynn, taking on Medford. A very big game for Lynn. Medford is 2-0, Lynn is 2-1. A win tonight would push Lynn into the quarterfinals, probably for a home game. Lynn won their first game. They lost a tough game. They gave up. They were leading 7-4, gave up 4 runs. The last 2 came on bases loaded walks for their lone loss. Hit to third. Gilbert Galva makes the play over to J.J. Avery. So 1 up, 1 down. And again, I remind people that a little different rules. The one major rule, Medford is not using it. You can use, as you chase that pitch, it was way down in the dirt. You can use an extra hitter, meaning you bat 10, not a designated player hitting for somebody. 10 players, 10 hits. You don't have to. Medford is not doing that. They're playing the regular 9. Lynn is using an extra hitter. Swing and a miss. Hit right back to the mound. Pease is an infielder when he's not pitching. So he makes that play. 2 up, 2 down for Medford. Mike Piccolo, the center fielder, is the hitter. And we're dodging a few raindrops here. In for a strike. Coming to the park, I thought, I wonder if they'll play because it was raining pretty good. Then it stopped. The sun came out bright. It was a gorgeous night. The first game, Lynn won a big one over Arlington. And then as the game ended, a couple of little sprinkles. It stopped. So it's not raining now as it was. Hit foul again. Mike Piccolo is the center fielder for Medford. Hit foul again. I get used to doing Medford games. I did Everett football games for 25 years. And of course, they played Medford, and then English and Classical skipped over to the Greater Boston League, so now I do most of the Medford sports. Peterson makes his second play, hustling over. Little tapper to the right of the mound, he had to go get it. Nice stretch at first by Avery. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Peterson and Lynn. And Lynn will have a chance to get on the board first. It'll be Devin Duval, the center fielder, leading off. Playing short and batting second, Justin Jennings. The pitcher, Jake Peterson, will hit third. And the cleanup spot is Rolly Arias Bria, the right fielder. Gilbert Galva, the third baseman, hits fifth. Batting sixth and playing second base, Nate Catone. Cal Doney who got the win the other night on the mound, is the catcher hitting number 7. J.J. Avery will play first base and hit 8th. Andy Barris, the extra hitter, hits number 9. And playing left field and hit 10th is Jimmy Jennings. And again, I mentioned it, you can bat 10 if you choose. You don't have to, but you can choose and bat 10. And that's what Lynn is doing. Medford is only batting 9 because they only have 10 players. They got 1 sub. So it'll be Duval, Justin Jennings, and Peterson, the first 3. To face Travers Moody on the mound for Medford. Lynn trying to make it a sweep to 13-year-olds defeated Arlington. As I said, the rain stopped. Now the rain's coming back. Hit foul. And it's just enough of a wind to spread the rain around. We thought we'd get under cover and be okay, but it doesn't make any difference. Hit foul. Low for a ball. Duval is the Lynn center fielder, leading off here in the bottom of the first. Hit the shot, bobbled, knocked down, and they throw it away. So Duval will reach on the error. Shortstop had it, bobbled it, knocked it down, then threw it, hurried to throw and threw it in the dirt. And Justin Jennings will be the hitter. So Lynn has the first base runner. Justin Jennings, the shortstop. Throw over, diving back is Duval. Diving back again. Paying a lot of attention to the runner at first base. It's a decent sized lead. And he takes off. Safe at second base with a stolen base. He got a good jump. Beats the throw, and Lynn has a runner in scoring position for Jennings. Off the catcher is going to move the runner to third. So we've had one hitter for Lynn, and he's at third base. An error, a stolen base, and a pass ball. In for a strike. So as fast as that rain started to come down again, it stopped. Jennings took a quick look at the ump to see what that call would be. What the call was. Hit to third. They make the play at first, but the Rum will score. So Jennings gets an RBI. So Lynn grabs a 1-0 lead. Jake Peterson, the pitcher, will be the hitter. Hitting for ball one. It's foul. Hit into center field for a base hit. Rookie Arias Brea, the right fielder, is the hitter. Diving back is Peterson at first base. He was just about to take another step of a lead when he had a dive back. They throw it down and they throw it into right field. Peterson couldn't go. He was diving back to first base. So he was down on the ground and couldn't take advantage of the overthrow. Arando Powers, the right fielder, got to it quickly and got it back. Solidly hit the left field by the left fielder. Way down in the corner. They're going to send Peterson around second, heading for third. He's out trying to stretch it to a triple, but he gets a double and an RBI. He hit that a ton. Peterson scores all the way from first base. So they throw Brea out at third. Gilbert Galva will be the hitter. So Lynn is struck for two. Foul tip off the bat of Galva. Hit foul. Shot and a half by Brea. Down the left field line, went all the way down in the corner. Galva hits it long, deep, and foul. Just got a piece and stays alive. Popped it up, Shortstop makes the play. So they get an error at the start. A hit by Peterson, a big double by Bria. And then it's jumped out to a 2-0 lead at the end of one. 4, 5, and 6 for Medford as we start the second inning. David Crohan, the left fielder, leads it off against Jake Peterson, who's been staked to a 2-0 lead. Hit the second. Cutone over to Avery for the out. One pitch, one out. Jonathan Wright, the third baseman, will be the hitter. Waves at that pitch. In for a strike. And he draws a walk. First base runner for Medford.
The right fielder, number 98, Liam Powers.
Liam Powers, the right fielder, is the hitter. Easton had retired the first four. That's swinging on missed. Off the catcher, but he keeps it in front of him. Nice job by Tony. We're way down the right field foul line. It's hard for me to pick up the umpire's calls because I'm looking right through the first base coach. High. Tony had to go way up to get that one. Hit foul. Hit foul again. And it's ball four. So after an out, back-to-back walks to put the tying runs on base.
First baseman, number 3, Jaden Burns.
Jaden Burns, the first baseman, will be the hitter. In for a strike. 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. This is the 14-year-old group, North Division of the Babe Ruth State Championship Tournament. Missing again. Swing and a miss. Chase that high pitch. Using a little bit of help on that pitch. And high for ball 4. All of a sudden, brings a trip out to the mound. Easy out for the first out. Now 3 consecutive walks have loaded the bases with 1 out. Lynn had a little momentum going, leading 2-0. Medford trying to take it back. Mike Mirando, the second baseman, will be the hitter. So here we go.
Now batting the second baseman, number 17, Mike Ricardo.
In for a strike. Peterson goes back, pitching from the full windup. One the count. Missing inside, 2-1. Missing, he's on the verge of walking in a run. They picked him off at first base. He was dancing off the bag. I was wondering why Peterson went to the stretch. He was pitching from the full windup, and then he went and pitched from the stretch, and he picked the runner off at first base. And that's huge because he just walked his 4th hitter of the inning. And the bases are loaded again. Ethan Ramsey, the catcher. He's the number 9 hitter, the top of the order on deck. In for a strike. Hit foul past first base. Quickly 0-2. Missing down and away. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Talk about living on the edge. This is one of the reasons why I've said, I stopped saying, I've seen it all. When's the last time you saw a pitcher walk 4 in an inning and have the other team not score? He walked 3 in a row. He started pitching from the full windup. He went to the stretch, and when he went to the stretch, the runner got too far off first base and got picked off. And he walked the next batter to load him up again, and then he gets a big strikeout. So if you're Medford, you got to be shaking your head saying, we're trailing 2-0. We just had 4 walks in an inning and didn't score a run. How do we do that? So, in that unbelievable top of the second inning, we'll move into the bottom. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for Lynn, still holding on to that 2-0 lead. And I'm sure the Medford coaches are in the dugout shaking their heads saying, how? And the Lynn coaches are probably doing the same thing. You don't want to live on that edge all the time. Nate Cutone, the second baseman, will lead it off, followed by Caldoni, J.J. Avery. As we start the bottom of the second inning, I mentioned Lynn trying to make a sweep here at Clancy Field, home of Babe Ruth baseball and now softball, since they brought it back this year. They do a fantastic job. I watched all these guys come out. Dave Raymond, I call him the head grounds crew, the head groundskeeper. He was out quickly after the end of the 13-year-olds, raking, lining, dragging. He's here all the time, cutting the grass, getting it done. Softball diamond, the high school teams, a lot of times were able to play their games, especially the Holland tournament, because of Dave Raymond. Jeff Earp, the president. They got a lot of people that help, and they do a great job. They don't make a nickel. They don't look for any money. But it would be nice if they could do maybe a story on Babe Ruth in the paper, or write about them, or give them some publicity, or at least put in the paper that they're playing. There might have been a few more people at this game if they knew the game was being played. Local fans that like baseball, that looking for something to do to get out at night, say, I'll go to a baseball game, but they don't know it's being played. Solid shot to left field, gets by the left fielder. All the way down in the corner. They're going to keep going. Safe at third with a triple is Cutone. Another close play at third. They threw the runner out at third in the first inning. Now it was close, but the slide knocked the ball loose, and he's safe with a triple. Caldoni, the catcher, will be the hitter. In for a strike. Missing inside. thought he called the first and a strike. The board says 2-0. Down and in. As on 4 pitches, Doney draws a walk. So first and third with nobody out. J.J. Avery, the first baseman. Doney gets back standing up on the pickoff at first. Doney takes off, they let him go. So second and third. It goes to the backstop, but the run doesn't go by the time we realized it was too late. Hit foul. One, two, the count. To Lynn, first baseman. Missing inside, the count evens. JJ is the son of the grounds crew, the guy in charge, Rich Avery, of Frazier Field and Manning Field. Call third strike. Andy Barris, the extra hitter. In for a strike. Down on one knee, he fouled that one off. Foul again. And once again, foul. I'm trying to add to a 2-0 lead at second and third with one out. Barris is wearing Moody out. Regardless of what he does here, he's had a great at bat with all these foul balls. And he fouls it again. Call third strike. Gets him looking.
How about the left fielder number 6, Jimmy Jennings?
Jimmy Jennings. In for a strike. Moody trying to get out of this jam with second and third and nobody out. Low for a ball. Hit foul. Couture led with a triple. Tony walked, still second, but back-to-back strikeouts had brought it down to 2 outs and 2 on. High and tight for a ball. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Inning number 2. Lynn leading 2-0. We got deuces all over the place. Now the ball's low. Took it and held his breath, waiting to see if it was a ball or a strike. So 3-2. Jennings walk, loads the bases. Brings up Devin Duval. Reached on an error and scored a run in the first inning. Scored the first run of the ball game. In for a strike. So the walk prolongs the second inning. Took a long look at that one. And again, deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-0 Lynn. Inning number 2. Hit to the first baseman.
At the end of 2 complete. Lynn 2, Medford nothing.
So Lynn threatens. They load the bases. They had second or third and nobody out. They couldn't score either. We played 2 in this 14-year-old Babe Ruth state tournament game. 2-0 Lynn over Medford. Top of the order in the top of the third inning for Medford. Who they still have to be shaking their heads over
Leading off for Medford, the
getting 4 walks in an inning and not scoring.
Travis Moody.
Travis Moody, the pitcher, leads it off. He grounded out third to first, leading off the ball game. In for a strike. Peterson will start his third inning. So both teams squandered. Lynn had second and third and nobody out. And the best they could do would be was a pop-up to first base and 3 hitters. They had 2 strikeouts and a pop-up. Hit to the shortstop. Half line drive, half pop-up.
The shortstop.
Justin James. I have to say Justin because there's 2 of them, Justin and James. Oh, Jimmy. Jack Mangone. Hit to the pitcher. He hit it well. Peterson made a nice play and threw him out. Peterson made 2 plays in the first inning to help himself out. Reaches for that pitch and fouls it off. Reach for that one also. And strikes out. Peterson got a lot of help on that hitter. Mike Piccolo. Bounce to the pitcher. Hits it foul.
It's an automatic light.
In for a strike. Oh, 2 the count. Reached for that one and just got a piece. That was a pitch in the dirt. And he committed, just got a tip and stays alive. Chased that pitch out of the strike zone for strike 3. I was wondering whether they're going to throw the ball around. This is the third out.
After 2.5, still 2-0 Lynn.
Second 1-2-3 inning. So it's either a feast or a famine with Jake Peterson. Medford is down in the third inning. For Lynn, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the bottom of the third. Leading it 2-0, getting their 2 runs in the first inning. Justin Jennings, Jake Peterson, Arias Brea. Again, this is a 14-year-old North Division Babe Ruth State Tournament game. And again, Lynn is trying to make a sweep. 13's prior to this beat Arlington. They had a big 5-run fourth inning and won the game 8-1. And we mentioned this is a big game for Lynn. They win this, they would be 3-1. They would probably move on to the quarterfinals, and it would probably give them a home game.
Leading off the Lynn. Bottom of the third. Shortstop number 2, Justin Jennings.
Jennings grounded out third to first, getting an RBI. Because Duval, who had doubled and went to third on a pass ball, he scored on the ground ball to third. So Jennings got the RBI to knock in the first run. Solid shot into left center field, splitting the outfielders. Another extra base hit for Lynn.
The pitcher, number 24, Jake Peterson.
They led off the second with a triple. It didn't score. They lead off this one with a double. Jake Peterson got a base hit. There's one trip. And he scored the second run. So Lynn with a runner in scoring position with nobody out. They throw Peterson out. Jennings moved over.
Batting the right fielder, Roki Arias Brea.
Rookie Arias Brea, the right fielder, doubled and was thrown out trying to stretch it to a triple. So Jennings hustled over to third on the ground out. Two and oh the count. He just stole home. He was getting way off the bag. Jennings was way off third base. All of a sudden, here he comes, coming home. He slides in with, and he steals home. And that's ball four. Jennings just flew in. He was bouncing off the bag, getting a big size lead with the pitcher pitching from the full windup. And all of a sudden, boom, he just broke for the plate and slid in safely. Gilbert Galba popped to the shortstop. Diving back at first is Bria. And the rain starts to come back again a little bit.
Shit. Yo.
Now it starts to come back a little bit more. It's been a funny day. The runner takes off for second base. And they throw it into center field. He's going to keep going. Well, Bria winds up at third. And it rain started like a little bit of a drop, and all of a sudden now it's coming down pretty good.
Here, rest your left arm on my shoulder.
Foul.
Rest your left arm on my shoulder.
Just as I say, it's coming down pretty good. It stopped. Just about. Out at first base for the second out.
One more out the next half.
Second baseman number 12, Nathan Couture.
Nate Quitone tripled, leading off the inning and got stranded at third. It's a shot off the right fielder's glove. He went all the way over to make the play. It went off his glove. Quitone's got a double. Great effort by the right fielder. He had a long run. It just went off his glove. Big two-out hit for Quitone. So the two-out Lightning for the second run of the inning makes it 4-0. Kyle Donley drew a walk his first time. In for a strike. Down and away for a ball. Everything going right for Lynn, everything going wrong for Medford, especially in that second inning. Hit in the center field, coming on. Nice job by the center fielder with the running catch. That's Piccolo. Hitting an RBI away from Doney. But Lynn comes up with 2 big runs. The double, and then the stolen home by Jennings, and then the big 2-out double by Cutone, and they stretched the lead now to 4-0 at the end of 3. Middle of the order for Medford. Four, 5, and 6. Popped up. Second baseman. Cutone goes back and makes the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out. So that was David Crahan popping up. This is Jonathan Wright, who drew one of the 4 walks. He drew the first of 4 walks. And that was that unbelievable inning when Medford drew 4 walks and didn't score. Thanks to the pickoff at first base by Peterson. Hit in the right field for a base hit. So Wright goes the other way and hits it in the right field for a base hit. So right to right. That's the first hit for Medford in the game. And I'll bring up Liam Powers, the right fielder, who drew one of those 4 walks. Missing in the dirt for ball 2. They turn the double play. Outstanding by Jennings. Looked like Powers had a base hit up the middle. Justin Jennings went behind the bag, caught it, stepped on the bag, threw a rifle shot to Avery, and they turned the double play. So with the hit, they only have 3 hitters, excuse me.
It's already the bottom.
A 6-3 double play. Very nicely done by Justin Jennings, the shortstop. So they get their first hit, but it's wiped out on a double play. We're halfway through the ball game with Lynn leading 4-0. And if you're Medford, you surely have to be shaking your head and wondering what the heck is going on. They're 2-0 coming in. They could very easily be leading in this game. Instead, they're on the tail end of a 4-0 score. Justin Jennings makes a nice defensive play, turning a double play. And on the other side of the coin, offensively, he steals home for a run. So he's made his presence felt on both sides, offensively and defensively. We're in the bottom half of the fourth. It'll be the bottom three in the order. J.J. Avery, Andy Burris, Jimmy Jennings. To face Travers Moody, starting his fourth inning of work. The rain has been just enough to be a pain in the neck. It stops, it starts, looks like it's going to come down hard, and it stops, then it comes back. J.J. Avery was called on the strikes his first trip. He's the first baseman. We mentioned he's Rich Avery's son. Rich is the guy that does all the scheduling, and does all the taking care of Manning and Fraser Field. Does a tremendous job. And just did a great job with the Aganis tournament. That Avery bunts, and it goes foul. Aganis had another great week, raising more money for more scholarships. Rich Avery was involved in all of that, scheduling everything, getting it ready, doing whatever was needed. They gave him, he inducted him into the Aganis Hall of Fame, well deserved. Ball goes to the backstop. 1-1 the count. In for strike two. Hit foul. Count stays 1-2. Hit to the third base line. He bobbled it. Avery's going to reach on the error. Third baseman trying to barehand it to get it quickly to first base. Bobbled it. Avery will reach. Andy Burris, the extra hitter, was called on strikes his one trip. Low for a ball. So over, Avery gets back standing up.
Lynn, Medford.
Got a pretty good lead at first base. And that's because he's taking off and going to second base. He's in with a stolen base. They've had runners in scoring position in every inning. They've got one now with nobody out. Swing and a miss.
That's awesome. John, this is like the 14th. Awesome.
Jimmy Jennings, the left fielder, is on deck. Hit. What a play by the right fielder. Outstanding. That's an ESPN highlight. Liam Powers going over to the foul line. That's going to be extra base. It's going to be maybe a home run because he's going to have to turn and chase the ball. It's going to go down to the scoreboard. It's going to be at least a triple, a run. He made the catch, and the runner in second didn't tag because he thought it was going to be a base hit, and he was on his way to third. Outstanding defensive play by Powers. He was running right to our camera, and he stuck the glove out and made the catch. Hit foul. Jimmy Jennings threw a walk his first trip, but it really was an outstanding defensive play. He had to go a long way. He was off the line for a right-hand hitter. Certainly, Rob Barris. High for a ball. We hope everybody had a happy and a safe fourth. I thank all those people around my house who are firing off cannons. Solid shot into left field for a base hit. The runner took the turn at third like he was going to score, but he stayed at third base. On the throw home, Jennings goes to second. So it's second and third again for Lynn. Devin Duvall reached on an error and scored, popped to first. Lynn trying to add to a 4-0 lead. And, how big is that play now in right field by Powers? And the rain has stopped again. Just trying to be a pain in the neck. Three and 0 on Duvall. Justin Jennings on deck. Duvall draws the walk. He's on it for the second time. The bases are loaded. That brings a trip out to the mound for Medford. Justin Jennings grounded out third to first, getting an RBI. He doubled, went to third on a ground ball and stole home. And then he made his presence felt, taking a base hit away from Liam Powers and turning it into a 6-3 double play up the middle to end the top of this inning. And our Lynn's got an error. That great play by Powers that took extra bases and runs away from Lynn. The base hit by Jennings. Now the walk to Duvall, and the bases are loaded with one out. Solid shot to center field, going back to center field. It goes back and makes the play. Everybody's going to tag up. Solid shot by Jennings.
Batting the pitcher, number 24, Jake Peterson.
Second, third, everybody moves up. The run scores. Jake Peterson can help himself. He singled and grounded the second. Long pause by Moody, then he steps off. And he just lobs the ball over to third. So the error scores. The walk is still on base. Peterson hits it into left field. 2 runs are going to score. And Lynn is putting this one away. Duvall and Jimmy Jennings scores. They pushed it to 7-0. And that second trip off to the mound means a new pitcher. So Avery reached on the error, stole second base. This is, again, how big is that play by Powers in right field, spearing that line drive inside the right field foul line, going down in the corner, robbing Barris of extra bases and an RBI. But then Jennings got a base hit. Duvall drew a walk. The sacrifice fly by Jennings knocked in the first run. Everybody moved up to second and third on the fly ball. It was deep enough. And then Jake Peterson helps himself with a second base hit. Knocking in 2 more. They got 3 in the inning. And I mentioned cannon shots a little while ago. And there's fireworks going on. I know what those are like. I heard those right up until 2 o'clock this morning. Bria, the right field would be the hit. He doubled in a run. Was thrown out of third trying to make it a triple. He walked and scored. So he's 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. Low for a ball. First baseman Burns is the new pitcher. Two and 0 the count. Got a Lynn right fielder with Galba, the third baseman, on deck. Solid shot, right fielder coming on. It falls in front. They throw the ball to third. It gets away. So Bria on for the 3rd time. He's got his 2nd hit.
Third baseman number 5, Gilbert Galva.
With the throw to third. Bria moves over to second and third with 2 outs. Gilbert Galva popped up and bounced to the pitcher. Solid shot to center field. Outstanding play by the center fielder. Piccolo it back almost to the fence in center field. That was hit a ton by Galva. Lynn gets 3 in the inning. It took 2 great defensive plays, one by the right fielder Powers, one by the center fielder Piccolo. Otherwise, they would have had a lot more. So we finished 4 here at the Clancy Field, home of Babe Ruth. Lynn leading Medford 7-0. Jaden Burns, the catcher, leads it off. Hit foul. Pieces got a few more runs to work with. As Lynn got 3 in the inning on 3 base hits. The walk scored, the error scored. Just got a piece and fouled it off. Jaden Burns was the 3rd consecutive walk in the 2nd inning, and he was the one that got picked off at first base. And then Peterson walked the next batter to make it 4 in a row, but they didn't score. Takes it again. The count goes 2-2. Foul. And again, fireworks. I guess they don't know the 4th is over. Well, they got some left over. So he had him 2 strikes. Now it's 3-2. Hit to 3rd. Galva makes the play. So one up, 1 down in the 5th. Mike Morando, the second baseman, drew a walk. Hit foul. Didn't miss by much. Way inside. Swing and a miss for strike 3. third strikeout for Peterson. 2 up, 2 down. Ethan Ramsey, the catcher, is the hitter. And this is a pinch hitter. Carter Sharon is hitting for the catcher, Ramsey. This is their one sub. So this was a very big game for Medford because they have a game coming up against Revere, but to win this one, they would have been guaranteed. The worst they could be would be 3-1, with a chance to go 4-0, and they would be playing home in the quarterfinals. In first strike, I believe they take the top 2 in each division, North and South. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. So Peterson has faced only 3 hitters in 4 of the 5 innings. In the 4th inning, Medford got a base hit, but the double play turned by the shortstop Jennings meant that Peterson only faced 3 hitters. So the 2nd inning, with 4 walks not scoring, is the only inning that Medford has had more than 3 players hit. We move to the bottom half of the 5th. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for Lynn. Nate Cutone, Kyle Doney, J.J. Avery. Cutone's got a triple and a double in his 2 trips. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI.
Leading off for Lynn, the second baseman, number 12, Nate Couteau.
Hit foul. They throw Cutone out. Jack Mangoni. And I think this is a pinch hitter for Doney. So they got Cutone for the first time. I apologize I did not hear the announcing. I know this is not Doney. It's a pinch hitter. He drew a walk. Alvalo was the pinch hitter. And this is Desmond hitting for Avery. So Coach Peterson going to his bench here in the bottom of the fifth. Swing and a miss. That's a call third strike. Andy Barris struck out and he hit a shot down the right field line that was going to be probably at least a double, maybe a triple, possibly a home run because the right field was running to his left and he would have had to stop, gain his momentum, turn around and chase the ball down the right field corner. Instead, he reached out and made an outstanding catch. Liam Powers, tremendous defensive play. So Barris winds up 0 for 2. He hit the ball better than most all night. The runner takes off. In with a stolen base. Alvelo steals second. No, they called him out. So the walk doesn't hurt. Lynn is down to fifth. We finished 5 complete here at the Clancy Field, home of Babe Ruth baseball. Lynn leading Medford 7-0. Bria was the right fielder. He's now the new pitcher. And Barris, the extra hitter, is now playing right field. Coach Peterson goes deep to his bench. So Jake Peterson goes 5. Gives up only 1 hit. Struck out 5. Walked 4. And it was 4 in a row that he walked. But didn't give up a run. And the one base hit he gave up was wiped out on a double play, 6-3. Safe, he beat it. Nice try by the shortstop. Jennings fielded it, got rid of it quickly. That was Moody, who was the pitcher,
Shortstop number 42, Jack Bandone.
getting a base hit. Jack Mangone, the shortstop, bounced to the pitcher and struck out. They don't announce the changes, so I don't know where Moody is now playing. I don't know if he went to shortstop to replace Mangone, or to replace Mangone at shortstop, who became the pitcher. High for a ball. And can often catch his glove. That'll move the runner down. That's a pass ball because he had it. It wasn't a high pitch that went over his head. He had it, and then it just went off his glove to the backstop. And that's ball 4. So a hit and a walk. Start the 6th inning for Medford. Mike Piccolo made that great play in center field, going back almost to the fence to chase down a fly ball. He was bounced to the pitcher and struck out swinging. He's facing Brea for the first time. That was that. Medford's got a trip to go back after this 8 o'clock start. They'll be getting home rather late. Luckily, there's no school tomorrow. 2-2 the count. Hit foul. Nice play. Looked like maybe a Texas leaguer. I'm dating myself into short center field. But you told me that outstanding play went back. Excuse me, it was a shortstop. Jennings went over the shoulder and picked that pop up. Takes a hit away. David Cohan, the left fielder, bounced to second and popped to second.
Now back to the 13 here with Rohan.
Three 3-1 the count. In for a strike, the count goes full as the rain starts to come back again. Just enough to be a pain in the neck. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Two-way for Jonathan Wright, who was walked and singled. And he got the only hit off Peterson. And he was quickly wiped out on a double play. Jennings, the shortstop, picked it, what looked like a base hit going in center field. He picked it behind the bag, stepped on the bag, and threw to first for the double play. Off the catcher, both runners are going to move up. I'm not sure what they called. I'm not sure what the call was. But it's 3 outs. I don't know what that is. It looked like the ball got away from the catcher. Both runners moved up. I don't know if they call strike 3 or interference on the hitter. Whatever they called, it's 3 outs. And Medford is now down to their last 3 outs as we finish the top of the 6th inning. Medford got their second hit of the game in the 6th inning. And it'll be 9, 10, and 1 for Lynn as we start the bottom of the 6th.
It was a pass ball. That kid throws that.
I guess so. Talking to the first base umpire, I found out what the call was. We are so far away out here in right field. The ball got away from the catcher. I didn't see the catcher. The catcher threw the ball to third base and threw the runner out at third. Upstanding play by Doney. With the tag by Galba. This is Barris, who was the extra hitter. He's now the right fielder. And that's strike 3. And here comes the rain again. And now the rain really starts to come down. Hit foul. It's been a funny night. It comes, it goes, it stops, starts, just drips, starts to come down a little harder. Full count, 3-2. Ball was reached and bounced to the pitcher, walked and scored. He scored 2 runs. He's 0 for 2 and he scored 2 runs. As the rain comes down as hard as it's been. So he pushed the bunt. The pitcher falls down. And Jennings beats it for a base hit. There's a discussion. Now, all they do is throw me curves here. The runner get to first base safely. We got a new pitcher warming up. And we're trying to beat the rain. Lynn leading at 7-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Well on their way to their 3rd win to go 3-1, which they're hoping will get them a home game in the quarterfinals. They kind of be traveling around because they'll be north and south overlapping. So Jennings is back at first base with his base hit with the new pitcher. He takes off. And they're not going to get him. He only had first and a second. The catcher was still chasing the ball to the backstop. Jake Peterson a single, bounced the second, single knocking in 2 runs. Now Jennings steals third. He's already stole home. So he stole second, stole third, stole home. The only thing he didn't steal was first. And now he's going. And he steals home again. They threw the ball back to the pitcher. He was way off the bag. He steals home for the 2nd time. So he manufactures a run, he gets the base hit, steals second, steals third, steals home. The wind picked up and the rain really picked up now. And they may want to think about ending this and not bother about the 7th inning. Houston draws a walk. As a cannon shot goes off. I would think the umpires would say, you know what? It's 8-0. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's get out of here. Breer is doubled, walked, and singled. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. If I could read my sheet because it's getting soaking wet. Even the Royal Medford fans are leaving. I can't believe the umpires aren't saying that that's it. It's 8-0. Medford's down to their last 3 outs. The ball gets away at first base. Everybody's moving up. Second and third with 2 outs. And I don't know what the umpire's waiting for. Hit foul. This is the heaviest the rain's been on late. The scoreboard is off. The scoreboard has gone out. And the umpires are still playing the game. I don't believe it. Anything close now should be a strike. They make the play for the third out. We finished 6. Medford will bat in the 7th. Lynn gets another run on the second, stolen home by Jennings. And it's 8-0 Lynn going into the 7th inning. Hit foul out of play. Liam Powers, who made that great play in right field, leads off. Hit foul again out of play. Some of the wimpy fans are leaving. I can't imagine there are any fans left. Galva makes the play for the first out. Hit foul. Combination of the rain and the wind have made it a very difficult last couple of innings. goes out of play behind first base. So Medford's going to drop to 2-1. Lynn's going to go to 3-1, and they'll hopefully get as a strike three for the second out, as they'll look to get into the quarterfinals at 3-1. Hopefully have a home game, and hopefully it won't be raining that night. Next we're down to the last out. Fouled off. Hard's probably been keeping the baseballs dry. He's looking for that last out. They know they should be 4-0. They blew a 7-4 lead when the last two runs were scored with bases loaded walks, and they gave the game away. Otherwise, the win here tonight would put them 4-0, and they'd be certainly in the quarterfinals with a home game. Hit foul. There are still just a couple of loyal fans still behind home plate and waiting for the third out. And it's a base on balls. So the inning gets extended. Two outs, a runner at first. 8-0 Lynn here in the top of the seventh inning. Swing and a miss for strike one. One on one. Medford's only got two base hits. Peterson gave up one. Bria gave up one. Hit foul. So now Medford's under their last strike. Ducks under that one. Strike three called, and that'll do it. So Lynn will go to 3-1. Medford will drop to 2-1. They got a game still to play against Revere. Just a few highlights. I'm not going to bother wrapping this up because the weather is going to get my camera people out from under. Lynn got 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth. They got another one in the fifth. The highlight of the night was Jennings. He stole home the first time. The last time up, he stole second, stole third, and then stole home for the second steal of home. They got a lot of clean base hits. They made some big plays. Jennings made a double play, taking a hit away. They hit a couple of shots that Medford made a couple of great defensive plays on. Otherwise, it might have been a mercy rule earlier. The heavy rain made it uncomfortable for everybody, but Lynn gets it done. They put 8 on the board. Peterson will get the win. Bria comes in wraps up the last couple of innings, and they go to 3-1. They're finished their pool play. They're waiting now to see if they are able to get a home game and a quarterfinal in the tournament. So 8-0 Lynn over Medford. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.